Hey guys, I'm driving to work right now, and I'm gonna shoot a video that is very close and personal to me. So about a month ago, I watched this video from Dan Locke, and he's an entrepreneur, maybe self-help guru from Vancouver, right? And his videos are kind of annoying. He has a kind of a thick Chinese accent, and I honestly think that some of his stuff is more like a Ponzi scheme. But regardless, there's a lot of information to be gleaned from it. So, one video I watched that gave me a lot of insight and really changed my paradigm, and that is a video about attaining wealth or being comfortably well off, right? And so basically, in this video, he said that if you want to obtain wealth, you got to have a business that can generate a lot of income for you while you're resting, or you got to make at least $10,000 a month in a job, right? So, for example, a high-power lawyer, a surgeon, etc. Now, not all of us are that smart to be surgeons or high-power lawyers, high-power accountants. So he said that you got to be able to find a business or do something that can scale. And what he means is this: imagine you work at McDonald's, right? And you make $10 an hour, and you become the best burger flipper ever, right? At McDonald's. Your manager's really happy with you. At the most, he can give you maybe is $14 an hour. That's it. Now, $14 an hour times 40 hours a week, that's $480. Times 4 weeks a month, that's $1,600. That's nowhere close to $10,000. Okay, so let's just say, in my case, a graphic designer or web designer. What is the most I can make, right? So when I first started, when I got out of graphic design school, I was very new. I was unsure of my skill. So I was charging maybe $12 an hour, and people tried to take advantage of me and balk at my rate and stuff like that. And then it slowly went up to 25, and then 35, then 40, 45. So now I maxed out around $60 an hour, right? So at $60 an hour, you can hire me for 2 hours, and I'll do stuff for you. But the problem is that I can't charge $60 all the time. Like it's a sliding scale. So sometimes I charge less if my clients want me for more hours. And the reason why I can't charge too much is because there are other graphic designers with my skill that are charging less than me. And to be honest, sometimes I don't have the aesthetic or the ability to do certain stuff. So I have to lower my price a little bit to win over a client. But that is my ceiling. And so let's just pretend I make $60 an hour. Now, I don't get clients all the time. So let's just say I get 20 hours worth of work a week. Okay, so 20 times 60 is $1,200 times 4. That's $4,800. That's nowhere close to $10,000. Now, I don't get 20 hours a week. I mean, I might be lucky if I get like maybe 25 hours of web design service a month. All right, so I average maybe 15 hours because you gotta constantly hustle, and what I mean, it's tough. And so the reason why I want to shoot this video is that no one in my fucking art school, fashion school, design school, whatever, told me about this concept where the ability to scale is so important, and the ability and the ceiling, right? And so about a month and a half ago, I got really frustrated. I thought I was gonna die because it was like a domino effect. One of my website had a virus. One of my website crashed. I'm referring to my client's website. And on top of that, I was moving my gym, and there's family issues. So it was just like all crashing down into me, right? And I was just busting my ass. I couldn't focus. I was working like crazy. I was getting hounded by email and text message on my client. And I wasn't making any money. And then I realized, when I watched this video, I realized, I fucked up. When you go to art school or graphic design school, no one tell you the ceiling, right? They might give you this dream, like, oh, you might make $100,000 a year, but you know how rare that is? That's fucking rare, okay? And this is why you see a lot of graphic designers, web designers end up working at Starbucks or restaurant, and then as a waitress or whatever. In a couple of years, they fade out and they lose their skill and they no longer pursue it. So I've been a graphic designer, web designer, fashion designer. I've been designing stuff for the last 28 years. And so I made a statement on Facebook, and I'm going to stick by it. I refuse, and I will no longer design anything for anybody, like no one. Maybe pro bono for a nonprofit agency, but I refuse. I'd rather take my skill and my talent that I have honed for the last 20 years and create a product that can be scaled. And what do I mean by this? So let's just pretend that I come up with a widget or an app or a poster, right? And I spend 10 hours designing that poster, right? So now let's just say I make $25 an hour on that poster. If a client was to hire me to design a poster, it'll be 10 times 25, it'll be $250. Boom, that's a one-time transaction. And then when that poster is finished, I have to go and look for more job, unless I get to work at an ad agency or for a company, right? But when you work for a company and stuff, you don't make $25 an hour. You might make a little bit less because they are giving you a steady job. They're making sure that you get paid every month. There's pros and cons. So if you're self-employed, you get to charge a little bit more, but you're constantly hustling. If you're working in a company, you don't make as much, but you get a steady paycheck. But here's the dilemma: you will never be wealthy. So I've been doing this for 28 years. I'm stressed out of my head. And I've been studying and thinking and stuff, and I realized to myself, I fucked up. What is my ceiling? What is my ceiling? If I design a widget, an app, a poster, a toy, a game, and I might spend 10, 20, 30 hours on it, right? And I might sell one game. So that one game, I might sell it for $10. Okay, so I lost 50 hours of my time. But what if I sell 1,000 of that game? Right, at $10. So that is $10,000. So $10,000 and I invested 60 hours of my time, that's a huge return. Right, and from there I can leverage it and make it into a book or a manual, like a spin-off, etc. So going forward, I am going to try to devote my time in building something that has no ceiling and can be scaled. So what I mean is, I do it once, and it can be sold one time, 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times. That's what it is. You cannot scale your time, right? So for example, you work at McDonald's again, and you want to make $10,000 that month, right? And the boss gives you $10 an hour. Can you work like 24 hours a day? No, you can't. You go to sleep, and McDonald's shut down, 8 hours a day. So it's not possible, right? So in that case, the ceiling is how much McDonald's pays you. Now you sit down, you think to yourself, how much can McDonald's pay me if I move up to become a manager? Well, then maybe you might make 14 or 18 bucks an hour. But you still hit the ceiling, right? So in the beginning, you have to do that. So am I saying working is bad? No. But if you acquire talent or skill, and it's a unique skill set that no one else have, and you're still running around hustling, going from one job to the next. What I mean by that is you finish a web project, or a poster, or a book, or whatever, right? You finish designing something. Then what do? You go and look for another client. Okay, then you look for another client. So it's either feast or famine. And you're not in control of your time. You're not in control of your ceiling. You're not in control of how much you can make, right? And it's not a good way to live. Basically, you are serf to your own skill set, to your own passion, which is not good. These fucking art school teach you bullshit. They tell you, you can be passionate, whatever. You end up working for minimum wage, like literally minimum wage. So be very careful with what these fucking liberal arts school teaching, because they are basically trying to feed themselves. It's a pyramid scheme. Anyways, I might shoot more videos about this. I'm driving right now and traffic is just crazy. And I might sit down, write some notes, and explain myself better. I'll talk to you guys later.